Hey guys, welcome back to a video which I haven't uploaded in over a month, and I do apologize for that, guys. I've been busy with college and spending Christmas with family and stuff like that. But yeah, now I should be on the uploading trend. There won't be a video out. There won't be a video out. This will be the only video that will be out this week, because it's New Year's week this week as well. So on the first, no videos on the 27th, no, on the 28th, 29th, 30th, 31st, or the 1st. There might be one on the 2nd, there might be one on the 3rd, there might be one on the 4th, but I don't know yet. But I hope you all had a great Christmas. I hope you all got what you wanted. Hope you spend time with family, friends around Christmas. Anyway, we're going off topic. We're going to go on a recap for the 2022 Atlantic hurricane season. Now, bearing in mind the damages have not been fully finalized yet. These are the damages that have not been equivalated to the actual real estimates. So basically, for example, it says here it's like $232 billion of damage, but that could go down. That could be, unless it's adjusted to inflation. Don't forget. So anyway, yeah, it says here the 2024 Atlantic hurricane season was a very active and extremely destructive Atlantic hurricane season, which became the second costliest on record after 2017, inflicting at least 232 billion in damages and 401 deaths overall, most of which was caused by four systems: Belle, Debbie, Helene, and Milton. The season produced 18 named storms, 11 hurricanes, and 5 majors. It was also the first time since 2019 to feature multiple Cat 5s. Hurricanes additional, the season has the highest ACE accumulated cyclone energy rating since 2020, with a value of 161.6 units. The season officially began on January 1st and ended on November 30th. These dates, adopted by convection, have historically described the period in each year when most subtropical or tropical cyclone genesis occurs in the Atlantic. So, the first system formed on June 19th, 2024, which was pretty late for the Atlantic, actually. And the last system dissipated on my birthday, actually. But the strongest storm was Milton with 180 mile an hour winds. That could be 185 mile an hour winds, with a pressure of 897 millibars. I think the pressure is 893 millibars or 894 millibars, at least that at the moment. So far, though, this year we had 18 tropical depressions, 18 storms, 11 hurricanes, 5 major hurricanes. Total fatalities is 104. As 101 101 fatalities or deaths or missing, whatever, and total damage is $332.272 billion. The second costliest Atlantic hurricane season on record. As you can see, though, it says here the first system, Tropical Storm Alberto, developed on June 19th, making it the latest first-name storm since 2014. Alberto made landfall near Tampico. Tampulas. Sorry for the pronunciation, guys. I don't really know Mexican names. The next day afterwards, two systems formed in quick succession at the end of June, with the first, Hurricane Belle, being a rare June major hurricane, the earliest Category 5 hurricane, earliest Cat 5 Atlantic hurricane on record, and the second recorded in July. The next came Tropical Storm Chris, which formed on the last day of June and quickly made landfall in Veracruz. Activity then quietened down across the basin for most of July after Bell dissipated with no new tropical cyclone forming due to the persistence of the Saharan air layer, the SAL, across much of the Atlantic. In early August, Hurricane Debby developed in the Gulf of Mexico before making landfall in Florida and South Carolina. Shortly thereafter, Hurricane Ernesto, which impacted the Lesser Antilles, Puerto Rico, and Bermuda in mid-August. After an unusual lull in activity in late August, early September, Hurricane Francine formed in the Gulf, then made landfall in Louisiana. Activity dramatically increased in late September, with several strong storms developing. Hurricane Helene developed over the western Caribbean before moving towards the Big Bend region of Florida and making landfall there on the 26th of September at Cat 4 strength, causing catastrophic flooding and numerous fatalities over the central Appalachians. Hurricane Kirk formed soon after and rapidly intensified into a Cat 4 hurricane in the eastern Atlantic. Milton, and then it says here, Hurricane Milton formed in the Gulf of Mexico and explosively intensified into the second Category 5 hurricane of the season. It was the strongest tropical cyclone worldwide in 2024. Milton later made landfall in Cedar Key, Florida on October 9th as a Cat 3 hurricane in mid-October. Tropical Storm Nadine and Hurricane Oscar formed in quick succession, with the former quickly making landfall in Belize, while the latter rapidly intensified into a Cat 1 hurricane and achieved the smallest hurricane force wind field on record in the Atlantic. It made landfall in Iguada and Cuba in early November. Hurricane Rafael made landfall in western Cuba at Cat 3 strength and later attained sustained winds of 120 miles an hour, tying up 1985 Hurricane K as the strongest November hurricane on record in the Gulf of Mexico. In mid-November, the last system, Tropical Storm Sara, moved very slowly along the coast of Honduras before making landfall in Belize, while producing widespread heavy rainfall resulting in severe flash flooding and mudslides across northern and Central America. You see, I mean, these storms are very catastrophic. You see the damages though. Alberto was right. This is the analysis that I think. Alberto, yes, 50 miles an hour. Bell 175 with a pressure of 916 millibars, and I think it's caused a lot more damage than that. I think it caused at least $12 billion. Chris is alright. Debby I've still got it the same, but I don't have the damages that high. I have the damages at least 10 billion. But it did make landfall near where Idalia made landfall last year. Ernesto, I'll say it was 100. I'll say Ernesto was the same. Francine is the same. I would say Gordon's the same. Helene, I kept it the same. Isaac, I've bumped up to Cat 3. Joyce, I've kept it the same. Kirk, I've bulked that up to a Cat 5. I bulked Kirk up to a Cat 5. Leslie, I've bulked that up to a 110, maybe 115, but I think 105 is the best maximum for it. Hurricane Milton, I think 185 miles an hour and a pressure of 894 millibars. 894 or 893 millibars would be the best for the system. But that has caused $85 billion. If it made a Cat 4 landfall, it would have done a lot more damage, for sure. Nadine, I've kept that at 70. I've kept that the same. Oscar, I believe, was a Cat 2, in my opinion. Patty, barely 65 miles an hour. I would say it was at least 60, maybe 50 at that. Raphael, I believe it was a Cat 3, but not 120 miles an hour, because the second peak in the Gulf, I don't think it peaked as a Cat 3. Because don't forget, there was no recon for it. There was no recon when it was in the Gulf, because they stopped doing recon in late November, don't they? And then Tropical Storm Sara, I have it as 60 miles an hour. Well, not 60, I have it about 45 miles an hour. But yeah, you can see, I'll go over the damages right now. I'll do the more important storms. Belle, 8.6 billion. Debbie, 12.3 billion. Francine, 1.5 billion. Helene, 124 billion. Milton, 85 billion. Raphael, 345 million. Oscar, 33.2 million. So yeah, basically that's what this season's like. Basically, you can see majority of the tracks were over in the western part of the Atlantic. You can see here, this is where most of our strong storms formed. Right, our Gulf season was pretty active this year. We did have a few recurving storms, but if you have a look here, we had 3 fish storms out there. I think it was Joyce, Gordon, Kirk, and Leslie. Yeah, there was three fish storms out there. This one, Kirk, and then Joyce. That's our 3. That's our 3 fish storms, right? You can see those 3 fish storms, right? And then we have one significant major hurricane. I was telling you guys about this in my April predictions this year. I said we could get 1 or more major hurricanes in the Gulf, Cat 4 or Cat 5. I said we could get a Cat 4 or a Cat 5 in the Caribbean. And my prediction became true. It was Belle. Okay, yeah, it formed in the MDR, because this is where Belle actually formed, over here, and obviously travelled towards the west. Actually very rapidly intensifying at that one point, becoming a Cat 5 for about 12 hours, I think, out there. This is when it became a Cat 5. Right here is when it became a Cat 5. Obviously it weakened due to a wind shear. Weakened due to July wind shear, but it did impact Jamaica as a Cat 4, moved on towards the eastern Caribbean, and actually weakened to a Cat 3, then actually intensified to a Cat 4, actually weakened to a Cat 3, and then weakened to a Cat 2, and then re-intensified to a Cat 3 again, and then it just weakened as it was making landfall near the Yucatan Peninsula, and then made landfall in Texas. And then you have you have Milton, which was this storm. That was Milton. This one was Helene. Debbie was this one. That was Debbie. So I'll pick up the storms. So the storms that we had this year in the Gulf was Francine, Milton, Helene, Debbie. See, there are 4 strong landfalling hurricanes. Oh, and Debbie. And Belle. There we go, 5 strong landfalling hurricanes. They were our strong ones this year. And then, we had we had Raphael here. That's 5. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 US land. There's 6. There's 5 US landfalls. We've never had 5 US landfalling hurricanes in one season. That's pretty rare to have 5 or more, especially if they're Cat 1s or Cat 2s, especially majors as well. It's very rare to have a major 2 major hurricanes make landfall in the US. It has happened before. It's happened in 2005 and it happened in 2004. It hasn't happened recently though. I mean, last time it happened was 2004, 2005, yes, 2006, yes. No, 2006, no. 2007, no. 2008, definitely wasn't. 2009, 10, 11, 12, no. 13, no. 14, no. 15, no. 16, no. 17, yes. We had actually 3 major hurricanes making landfall in the US. Because don't forget, you got the US Virgin Islands. That's a US territory. So that's 3. We had Harvey in Texas, which actually was here pretty much near where near where Debbie made landfall, a little bit more off towards the east. Then you had Irma, which actually made landfall down here, and actually went up like this, which was just pretty rare. So yeah, that's the this is the the Atlantic. Obviously, you have Ernesto here as well. You have Ernesto here. And you have our 3 fish storms out here at the moment. We've got our 3 fish storms. Got Beryl, you had Milton, Debbie, Helene, Francine. See, they were our strong storms this season. You had Oscar as well, by the way, which actually went like this. It's a weird, kind of a weird track Oscar took, actually. But I will show you guys now the 2024 Pacific Hurricane season, because this one was a below average season. The 2024 Pacific Hurricane season was a below average Pacific Hurricane season. There were 15 tropical cyclones overall, which of all but 2 became named storms. Of the 13 named storms, 5 storms developed into hurricanes and 3 intensified into major hurricanes. The series officially began on May 15th. So the strongest storm was Christy. It was 160 miles an hour with a pretty high pressure, actually, of 926 millibars. But yeah, they have it $2.51 billion, the 4th costliest Pacific hurricane season on record. And that was due to Hurricane John. But yeah, they have 15 tropical depressions, 13 tropical storms, 5 hurricanes, and 3 major hurricanes. Most of these storms, though, so Aletta, yeah, I mean, pretty much formed in early July. Bud, early July. Bud, mid-July. Actually, no, Bud was late July. Carlotta was late July to early August. Danielle was early August. Emily was early August. Fabio was early August. Gilmer was late August. Hone was late August to early September. Hector was late August to early August. Ileana was the middle of September. John was John. I remember when John formed. Actually, I was out. I actually did a video on it when it was a Cat 2. But yeah, it was 120 miles an hour. They have it as well, or 125. They have it 120. I honestly don't think that John was higher than 120. I think John was at least 115 max for sure. There was no winds supporting that it was 120 miles an hour. Yes, okay, it had an eye, but Cat 2s can have eyes as well. Cat 1s can have eyes as well. I've seen bear looking Cat 1s with eyes in the Atlantic. I've seen better looking cat ones in the Westpac that has eyes than what John did. So, and then obviously activity took a low for a bit. You had Tropical Depression 11, which could have became Christy, by the way. And you had Christy, which was late October, become a Cat 5. By the way, though, I think Christie's first peak was a Cat 5. Christie's first peak was a Cat 5. In my opinion, Christie's first peak was a Cat 5. And we had Tropical Storm Lane and Tropical Storm 14 on in early November. We also had Tropical Storm Lane in early November as well. So yeah. So that's the video for you guys. We also have a I think it's been named. I'm not quite sure if it has been or not, but I know it for sure. It's a tropical cyclone. Yeah, Tropical Cyclone 5S at the moment. Looks like it could head towards in that same general area where, I mean, no, it's going to be weakening. I mean, obviously, yeah, I mean, it's not really meant to become powerful anymore, you know, because some of the models were hinting of this system moving pretty much like what Chorizo did when it formed, and, you know, moved towards Madagascar. Luckily, that's not going to happen, which is good news for Madagascar. It's going to go out towards sea in the south, where it's just the wind shear is going to absolutely obliterate it. It's going to be moving into more cooler sea surface temperatures. It's going to be moving into more hostile, not cooler sea surface temperatures, but more of a hostile environment. High wind shear, high low moisture content, which means a lot of dry air out over here right now. It's not really favourable. The MJO is not really favourable there anymore. But the MJO is, I think, in the Atlantic, not in the Atlantic, in the But you also have 90S out there as well, actually. Which actually looks pretty good in IR. Not gonna lie. I have this as a tropical storm right now because it may not look good, but bro, as soon as it detaches from this front, you can see that's the actual main system itself. Unless this system will try and those two will try and compare, I think the bigger one will actually win and become more dominant. Now the bigger one has a lot more convection around it in the middle here. Now that's going to have a lot more convection around it, and also that one's not really in as much wind shear. But you never know. This one could actually just start blowing up in convection, and that could also take center as well. Either one of these two are competing for each other. It's one system, but they need to split off. Or they could split off and become two systems. This one could become 90S, move towards that way. This one could become 91S and move that way. You don't know. They could split. You never know. You never know with Mother Nature these days. Yeah, I'll show you some more. But yeah, that's Tropical Cyclone 5. That's not really looking that good, obviously, because it's got a lot of wind shear and a lot of dry air on it. So anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry, it was kind of a long video. I didn't really wanted it to be as long as I hoped it to be, but there will be another video out sometime at the end of this month or in early January for the 2025 Atlantic Hurricane predictions, and I'll do the East Pack predictions as well. So stay tuned for that. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. We're trying to hit 100 subscribers by the end of the year. Yes, I did say we could try and hit 100 subscribers by the end of the year, but I've got 90 subscribers, and you know that means the world to me, guys. Thanks for the 90 subscribers. It means a lot. It means a lot. Been on YouTube now for 2 years. You know, slow growth, but my channel's progressing. It's doing well, and that's what I like to see. Let's move on in 2025. Let's make the channel better in 2025. Let's try and get 100 subscribers in 2025. Let's even try and get beyond that. Let's even try and get 200 subscribers in 2025. I would love that. And I have a 100 subscribers special coming out. As soon as I hit 100 subscribers, I've already got it made. It's already made. As soon as I hit 100 subscribers, it's being released. And I put my blood, sweat, and tears into making it for you guys. So you guys, I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys like it. The trailer for it will be coming out when I hit 100 subscribers. It won't come out though for a few weeks after I hit 100 subscribers. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, anyway, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. See you all in the next video. And stay safe and enjoy New Year's. And it's a goodbye for me.